Former SSPTV employee Alexis Kostantopoulos now works at WNBC in New York City. Kostantopoulos is the lead editor for the show New York Live and Hub Today, a show that's partially shot in New York that airs in Boston. She also gets to work on NBC specials like the Golden Globes and the Emmy Awards. She talked with our Janine Lasant about what life is like working from home during the COVID-19 pandemic and more.
2 days after St. Patrick's Day, when I realized I would be cutting full shows from home, half-hour shows and 45-minute shows, I realized that the computer I had wasn't going to be enough. So I actually had to go back into the city, which was only 1 week later, and it was remarkable to see how empty the city was, how there was no taxis, no traffic, nobody in the streets, and how I pulled right up to 30 Rock and went into the building and had to be escorted all throughout the building with 2 people, a security guard, and then somebody also that marked down every single location that I was in so that it could be cleaned once I left. And because I was going back into the office, a lot of people were like, I need this, and I need that, and I need this.
Have you felt that through this whole process of working from home that you're actually working more?
I'm 100% working more. I'm single and I don't have kids, but a lot of people I work with are married and have children. So their day isn't, 9 to 5, or our office hours were 7 to 3. A lot of people have had to rework their schedule. And because I'm the main show editor, everybody basically comes to me for everything. So I'm almost on call 24 hours a day, depending on when certain people are able to work and get their work done.
You've got to go on some pretty cool shoots and meet a lot of famous people, right?
Yeah. The Golden Globes and the Emmys, like being on those red carpets, it's very mind-blowing. And even though I've been working in the entertainment field for quite some time, I still am not the best at recognizing celebrities. But my favorite memory is being on the Golden Globe red carpet and having Jason Bateman standing there, and he asked me if I had like a water or a mint, and I just kind of like heard him talking to me but didn't react, and I was like, oh, you're asking me? Yes, I'll let me get you something, right before his interview began with us.
So moving forward, what are your expectations?
It's interesting. We've all kind of been talking about what it's going to look like going forward. When we get back to 30 Rock, are they going to be taking everybody's temperatures before they're allowed into the building? But if you take the subway to the building, as most people do, and you come in contact with somebody on the subway, you're not going to have a temperature from the time it takes you to walk from the subway to the building. So is taking somebody's temperature really going to be helpful? People can have temperatures when they have just a regular cold. It doesn't mean that it's coronavirus necessarily. But it's a city where you can absolutely not avoid people. So I think with everything that the city has been doing, I think they're going to be safest. So I don't see us going back to the office full time until maybe even September. And that's kind of where we're saying right now, maybe September. I definitely think there'll be reworking people's workspaces where your whole staff won't be in one day. It'll be half your staff, everybody separated, not coming in contact with everybody. I don't know. I almost can't imagine it, because even for me, I take a bus. I sit right next to somebody for an hour and a half just to get to the city. And then I walk from Port Authority and I pass hundreds of people and that's just to get to the building, to sit in my office where then as an editor, I sit alone and I'm by myself.